X-Men is my Beast, Nightcrawler, Cyclops. Yes, I'm a Cyclops guy. I love all the X-Men. It's such a clear throwback to the civil rights era, you know, using mutants to show how people get discriminated against. They have to be white mutants though. It can't really be brown people with powers because that'd be a whole another thing. But there's also something I realized. I don't think I'm really f***ing with Xavier's dream of a better tomorrow, man. I'll tell you what does resonate with me though. Those Magneto fireside chats. Yes, I'm a fucking Magneto dude. And I'm about to tell you right now how if I was rolling up in Xavier's school with the gifted young mutants and shit, I'd have them pissed off with all this black militancy, man. So let's say I discover my powers around puberty, then get enrolled in like the late 90s, early 2000s. So I spent my high school to my college years there at the Xavier Institute. As soon as he starts talking about the X-Men are here to protect a world that hates us, I'd raise my hand and ask, is that my final grade? Because you look outside, I'm sure there's people protesting, oh, mutants must die, burn all mutants, and sentinels and shit. If anything, I'm going to Cyclops' class on Clapping Back 101, Magneto's motherfuckers never loved us, especially the Homo sapiens. Those are the classes I'm going to take. Give me anything Storm is teaching right now, too, because I'm sure she has some pent-up anger that only comes out in African-American studies class. I would hate having Jean Grey as my TA because she died like every fucking week, dude. Jean Grey died 14 times in the comic books. Imagine having to try to find her fucking office hours, dude. But also it wouldn't be all bad, cause like, you know, you get to hang out at the cafeteria and shit. I could shoot the shit with Jubilee, who's been there fucking forever. Yo, when the you gonna graduate, Jubilee? How many credits you really gotta get to graduate, Jubilee? Cause I need to discuss how all these X-Men died, dude. Thunderbird, yo. How the did Darwin die? His ability was to adapt to any fucking thing. And that man is dead? But Jean Grey came back 14 times. Telekinesis and telepathy. Her power is fucking white privilege, dude. I gotta talk about roasting f***ing Wolverine's ass in basketball. I broke his ankles, son, but they're made out of adamantium. I broke them shits! But there'd be the bad parts, because I'm sure there'd be people there like, oh man, people that look like me are getting killed, and I'd have to interject with, you're a white telekinetic dude, man. Unless you get too lazy to reach for something, no one's really gonna know about your power. Now, if Nightcrawler or Beast said that shit, why do you always have to bring race into it? Because I'm a black mutant. That's like 2 strikes. She's a black queer mutant. That's like 4 strikes, dude. But I would want to see what being an X-Men's like, so I would go out on like one mission. Like Xavier sends us out to a site, Cyclops is leading telling us the optics and whatnot, and I'd be like, wait, hold on. What are we doing here again? Mystique took a bunch of anti-mutant oppressors and holding them hostage. I don't see a problem with that. I'd also like throw in like my own protocols when like Hank McCoy's doing a lecture on time travel, because the X-Men stay time traveling. Like there should be really a law against that, but I'm sure he'd be like, you know, you gotta be careful when you go back in time. Like time is very fragile. I'm sure everybody wants to kill Hitler. I raise my hand like, dude, I want to stop the transatlantic slave trade. Well, you can't really do that. I'm gonna listen to what you're saying, but I'm gonna stop the slave trade. And if you see Hitler's dead, I probably murked his ass too. That was me. Once it came time to graduate though, I'd have to decide if I want to be an X-Men. But once Cyclops called me into his office, I know what my answer would be. I'd walk in there like, yo, is the room tap? Nah. So there's a division. I'm not saying it exists or it doesn't exist, so hypothetically speaking, that takes out threats before they happen, right? It might be called X-Force or something like that. You know about that, Cyclops? I see you're nodding. Okay, cool. How does one join that? And he just like slide me keys to the Blackbird jet, tell me to be there at 1300. Put me on X-Force and let me run through the oppressors with my woes. I'm sorry, Charles, but I'm not here to protect the world that fears and hates us. That. You know why? You wanna know why, Charles? Look outside, son. You see that blocking the fucking sun, that big sentinel? That's why, dude. They built a fucking system of oppression. A literal system of oppression larger than life to kill us, man. I can't with that shit. Plus, it's fucking red and purple. Why the is it bubblegum flavored? That shit, because we don't trust these mutants. We don't love these mutants out here. I'm taking them all out, son. And oh, Xavier, I know he'd be mad too. We had to call up Magneto complaining like, yo, I don't know what to do, man. Yo, this boy out here wilding. Yo, talk to him, Max. Talk to him, Max. Get me on the phone, Magneto. Get me on the phone, Magneto. Tell him to tell me. Let him tell me to chill. Let him tell me to chill. And I just look him dead in the face, do that video phone and be like, I'm doing what you taught me, Mags. I'm doing what you taught me. This is me, Mags. This is me, son. It's all.